Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the Sports Report. Yeah, I know it. It's fun when we're on the air, isn't it, huh? Well, let me tell you, we got a lot to talk about today. So Gary Patterson and I are going to roll up our sleeves and really talk some sports.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to run through some things in no particular order, and when we get done with it, we'll switch over to football.
Okay.
Bronco Horvath.
Bronco Horvath.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Bronco, it kills me. My boyhood heroes are the ones that, when I was a kid, tiny kid, they were the ones I really followed. And
Yeah.
the first gum cards I ever bought. These guys, for the most part, are dead.
Yeah.
Bronco Horvath died at the age of 89.
They had a good run.
He had a good run, yep, down in Yarmouthport, I think. Yarmouth or Yarmouthport. And of course, he was the center on the Uke line.
Yeah.
And he has a great line. His line mates were Johnny Busick, of course, and Vic Stasiuk.
Oh, yeah.
And they were both Ukrainians. So they called it the Uke line. So someone said something to Horvath about it. He said, look, he said, I was born Croatian. That's what I am. But now I'm a Uke. I'll do whatever they want me to be. Anyway, Bronco never went to autograph shows. Never. I wrote to him 2 or 3 times, sent him some nice pictures. Never heard a word from him.
Huh.
Until last year, he appeared at an autograph show up in the North Shore someplace.
No kidding.
Yeah, first time.
Huh.
So I called the guy who I happen to know from my collecting days that runs the shows, and I said, look, you got any good pictures of Bronco? He says, yeah. He says, I got good stuff off of original negatives.
Okay.
I said, all right, how many different poses you got? He said, I got 4 very good ones. I said, good. How much are they going to charge me? I don't know. He said, I'm charging everybody $15 an autograph. But he says, you buy all 4 of them, I'll throw the pictures in, $10 a piece.
Oh. Okay.
He said, you got to pay the postage, though. It's going to be about $5. I said, a deal.
All right.
So I got Bronco's 4 autographs, and
Very good.
Bronco passed on.
Yeah. God bless him.
Yep. This one is a football thing. The question on page 3. All right, I'm gonna skip that. Providence Bruins.
Providence Bruins.
First place in the Eastern Division.
Okay.
They are 19 wins, 10 losses, 1 overtime loss, 2 shootout losses. 109 goals, 80 against.
Okay.
Playing decent hockey. We actually get out and see a game. Who knows?
They got anybody who can play right wing?
Stud Nicker, but he's really a center.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't run the roster, so I got to take a look at that.
Yeah. They still need to fill out the second line. On the
Boy, do they ever.
Yeah.
Red Sox trying to package David Price and JBJ together.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Cardinals, Dodgers are the only teams that need a starter and have the money. The Globe this morning says the Blue Jays and the Red Sox are hot and heavy. I guess that fell through.
I think that fell through.
Yep.
With Rio signing, yeah.
So the longer this waits, in my estimation, the worse it gets.
Yeah, I heard some speculation that it could be a package of Mookie and Price to the Dodgers.
I'll tell you what, they better send us about 7 blue chip prospects.
Well, they were talking about A.J. Pollock coming back for the outfield, which, he's an okay player. And they were talking 3 young pitchers, none of whom I was aware of, but they were all thought to be blue chip prospects and an infielder, a minor league infielder.
Well, I would hope they would get all of that.
And the Sox would have to fork over $22 million in this particular rumor.
A year or just
total.
Oh, total.
22 of the 96.
You know what? To get out from under this payroll, if we say Mookie's going to go anyway,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Do
Yeah.
it.
I mean, the Dodgers are the one team I think that
They could probably afford to
it
do
could
it.
work, because even though it's a one-year deal, they'll think they're going to re-sign him. And they're in the point of, after the last couple of years of frustration, I mean, they've been in the playoffs every
Yes,
year.
they
They
have.
haven't won anything. So now Mookie hasn't exactly been a huge postseason producer, but they could say that he's due.
That's right. Yeah.
He's due.
That's right.
To even that out.
Yep. Yep. I think, you know what? That deal makes sense for both teams.
It does.
Yeah. And only 22 mil it makes even more sense.
Yeah. And I guess the Dodgers have the room,
Yeah.
even though they've signed some guys, but they have the room.
My gosh, by golly. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Bruins?
I just think they're in the winter doldrums.
Well, I answered the
they're
question.
losing a lot of games,
Yeah.
but they're close games. They come down to a goal. They've been snake bit a few times.
Well, I came up with this answer. What's wrong with the Bruins? Per Lindholm, Brett Ritchie, David Backus, Joakim Nordstrom, and Sean Corrali. That's
Yeah.
what's wrong with them.
Yeah, you got something there.
6 plumbers.
Not getting anything out
Nothing.
of those guys.
Nothing. There's no finesse there with this bunch.
No.
Um,
And they still need secondary scoring desperately.
oh, definitely. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I mean, this is the back two lines.
Yeah.
They got nothing cooking.
Right. Even Coyle, he's been playing well, but,
Yeah. If Coyle had regular line mates and stuck to center,
yeah,
I think he'd be a 20-goal scorer
too.
and strong defensively.
I do too, yeah.
Noel Acari, or Achari, signs with the Florida Panthers during the offseason. 3 years, $5.1 million. Gets 2 straight hat tricks this week.
2 straight hat tricks?
Yup. And now has 12 goals.
Wow.
How come we can't get guys
Doubled
like
his
this?
production in 1
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He didn't do it here.
no, he didn't. But everybody seemed to have loved him,
Yeah.
but not enough to give him
enough
$1.5 million a year.
right.
Yeah.
Which isn't a lot, really, in
No.
a relative sense.
$1.6 million, $1.7 million,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, and I mean, he's a guy that plays his heart out.
He does do that.
Yeah.
He plays hard.
Anyway, what's right with the Bruins? Well, the defense,
Defense is pretty good.
the goalies,
Yeah.
a couple of rough spot here this week, but
It's a long season.
and about 6 or 7 forwards. But age is creeping up on the Bruins quickly. Chara, Bergeron, Rask, and Marchand is 29 years old.
I thought he was in his 30s.
Oh, and he's got a small frame and he's got a lot of miles on it.
How old's Krejci, you think?
33. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Krejci, 33.
Big cap hit, too.
Yes.
Biggest cap hit, I think.
So, the Bruins, it seems to me, have got to put it together this year
yeah.
and go for it. Otherwise, this could be their last shot with this bunch.
Yeah. I think they need to go get another forward, though.
Definitely. Taylor Hall would have looked great.
Oh,
And you
he
know
would have
what?
looked fantastic.
And you know what? If they had, I wonder if they had strung together 3 straight number ones. I don't know, but he's also carrying a big hit, and there's no way they could have got him under the.
They would have had to
Under
move
the
somebody
cap.
to
Yep.
get, in
Yep.
that, as part of that deal.
Yeah, and they could buy Backus out, but you only get a portion of his salary. The
Yeah.
rest of it still stays with it. So, anyway, by the way, let's take a look just for fun, you and I. at the National Hockey League standings.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Bill. Say
That's
you've
the
got
thing. The Bruins haven't really been killed by this mid-season stumble.
Oh, phooey. Ay. Well, I don't have the standings with me. I cut them
We
out.
won't take a look at the standings.
I'm sorry?
Maybe we won't take a look at
Yeah.
the standings.
We're not going to be able to. We'll look at the football ones, but, well, anyway, we'll put it off till next time.
Okay.
But the thing I was going to point out is the Bruins' record is not what it is because it's 21 wins and 8 losses and 7 overtime losses or 8 overtime. It's really like 21-16.
Yeah,
They play games with this overtime
they do.
or
I find
shootout
it,
losses.
I find it confusing.
It is very
Yeah.
confusing. They got to straighten that out.
Yeah.
Now, it makes me mad.
They can straighten it out when they're straightening out the delayed offside rule.
Oh boy, does that stink
I
or
hate
what?
that thing.
Man alive, a guy's.
I'd say do away with it. Yeah, you miss a couple, you miss a couple.
If
Too
a guy
bad.
is offside that much, and they challenge it. If he doesn't affect the goal, it shouldn't.
Right.
It shouldn't be overcalled.
And they can go
overthrown.
back forever.
Sure.
I mean, they can
Yeah,
go
they
back
can.
30 seconds.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Ay. Bad stuff. The Celtics, they're fun to watch, especially Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown,
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward, Marcus Smart, and Wanamaker. I can never remember his first name.
Tatum and Brown have really taken a step up.
They have.
They're gonna,
And you know what? Gordon Hayward was really turning the
Yeah.
corner and almost back, and then he gets this other foolish injury.
well, he'll be okay. He's,
He's
It's his left hand, so
He's ready. Computer umpires coming. They're going to test different devices and evaluate them over the next 5 years, according to Rob Manfred. And the umpires union has bought off on it.
huh.
Now, I'm sure they also were given a raise
Yeah.
to convince them to buy off on it. And this doesn't mean that they'll ever be used in a game without the umpire's permission.
right.
So we'll see how all that shapes up. But if we're going to start having challenges of balls and strikes and have the umpires go look at a computer replay of it, that's going to stink.
There's just way too many challenges in sports. Mm-hmm. There are way too many. I mean, personally, the refs blowing a call is part of the game.
It is.
So
And as long as it evens out.
in the regular season versus playoffs, I view differently,
Yeah.
right? So if you want to use it a little more in the playoffs, fine. But
Hockey and basketball, you get different rules for the playoffs, it seems to me, with the officiating. Baseball, there's no difference.
no,
Football, I don't know. I think maybe in football there's a little bit of let the boys play.
I think they let it go a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's basically pass defense and some of the pick plays. They just say, no. Let's let that one slide.
Yeah.
Let the guys on the field decide how the game's going to be. Terry Rozier is averaging 17.4 points per game. However,
Good luck to him.
he is no longer the point guard. Now he's the shooting guard.
Yeah.
And he was all puffed up that he was going to be the shooting guard, the point guard, and run the offense.
Yeah.
Now there's a rookie that's going to do it. I can't think that Terry's happy about that. He's cashing big paychecks.
No, he is. He's
He
getting
ought
paid.
to get down on his knees and thank
Getting
God
paid.
that he was in the position to get a contract like that. Nobody else would have given him a contract like that. I don't think anyway.
Overpaid.
Yep. The Red Sox right now are a puzzling team. A fantastic year culminating in a great World Series. Now they're signing players as long as they're cheap. Now they're going door to door, hat in hand, trying to sign a cheap backup catcher. What's the plan if an injury sidelines Vasquez for a significant amount of time? Perhaps Tom Warner will suit up. On top of the world 1 year in a study in mass confusion and ineptitude a couple of years downstream. What a shame. I don't like what I see. I know I'm jumping the gun, but where are all the positive vibes? Ownership said we can be competitive while we restructure. No signs of that yet.
No, there isn't, and it's kind of a bleak picture, especially with the way the Yankees moved out, got Cole. That makes it tough. So they're better than the Red Sox in virtually every aspect of the game right now. Mm-hmm. Starting pitching, relief pitching, offense, power.
Power, no doubt. You know what, though? If John Henry would grow a backbone and come on our show and say the truth. Look, we've got to get under the cap for 1 year and then it resets.
Right.
And I promise you this, once it's reset and we got 3 or 4 years we can, without any strings attached, I will plow the money back into this team and we'll go. But you gotta bear with me for a year. We'll do the best we can.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's basically what they've said.
Yeah,
but they've said it, try to say it diplomatically, but I think that's exactly where we are.
Yeah, but what? But they didn't really come out and say it, you know.
They're not gonna. They're not gonna.
I know that. But
they raised ticket prices, though.
I can't stand reading Alex Spear in the Globe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on TV either.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think, for God's sakes, he was a Philadelphia lawyer. I mean, he spins these pictures and all these big words, and he's got some $30 and $40 words that he kicks out every once in a while. But when it comes down to talking about baseball, to Joe Sixpack that's got a mushroom pizza and 2 cans of beer there, and he's watching it on TV, sails all over his head.
Yeah.
And all over mine, too. I don't like it. I wonder if...
I mean, the way they compete this year is to keep Mookie and keep Price and have Price bounce back. I mean...
Yeah. But
and you know, there's 10 ifs that would have to happen, right?
Yeah.
There's 10 ifs. Sale would have to come back to be a dominant number one. I mean, excuse me.
Sale would.
Sale would have to be number one. Price would have to recover and give you 32 starts. And
otherwise, you and I would be all over them. Why didn't you move these guys when you had a chance, you know?
And is the Erod we saw last year going to be back this year? Who knows?
Yeah, but about 40 pounds heavier, probably.
Who knows? I mean,
they whipped him into shape last year, and I hope he's working out with the same guy again.
Yeah.
If he's not, and he comes in weighing 245, that ain't going to be good.
Because that's, you know, but that means they're over the salary luxury tax.
Yeah.
Not my money.
That's right. Yeah, but,
And they print money down there, so...
It's all monopoly money.
We're supposed to feel bad for them?
No, I don't. But it's a chess match, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess we all enjoy watching the chess match unfold, but much rather see the game. But it's all interesting.
Yeah. But it's baseball too, right? You never know.
You never know. Well said.
Injuries, you know.
Yep.
Now, the Yankees had a ton of injuries last year. They had a lot of
Boy,
injuries.
I'm telling you something. They had everybody
And
else.
they still won, 103? Or...
They re-signed Brett Gardner, too.
Yeah.
And you know what? A useful ball player.
Oh, I've always liked Gardner.
Yeah.
I've always liked
him. He's scrap iron.
He is. He'll give you what he's got.
Yeah. While Jacoby is... I've had to have 2 Motrin this morning, and my back still hurts. Yeah.
They're still paying him.
Yeah. I know. But they've released him. He's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to get out of the last 2 payments.
Are they?
Yeah. They claim he went to a non-approved doctor.
Okay.
And the union says that ain't going to fly.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, too. Just a couple more things here, and then we can move back right into football. The Red Sox outrighted Brian Johnson to Pawtucket.
Yeah.
And there was no takers.
Isn't that surprise?
Wow, huh? You would have thought during the feeding season.
Well, I would have
here.
thought somebody might have grabbed him, so you can have as your 8th starter.
Yeah.
Have him
Right.
put him in AAA.
Stick them in
and-
AAA, yeah.
I mean, you have to have 7 or 8 starters.
You can have somebody that can come up and give you 6 or 8
Keep you-
starts a
just
year
keep
and
you in the
drop them back
game.
down the minors and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you.
So he's still in the organization then?
Yeah.
Because nobody grabbed him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, will the Red Sox give him a contract? I don't know.
I think they will, but
Probably. You're right. Yeah.
7th-day starter.
Yeah. I know you enjoy my questions.
I do, Bill.
With an average of 22 million viewers, the Patriots-Texans game was the most watched Week 13 Sunday night football game in 9 years.
Is that right?
Yeah. Now, Boston was the number 2 market in the survey.
Really?
Houston was the number 3 market in the survey. Who was number 1? What city, what area had the highest percentage of viewership? Higher than Boston and higher than Houston?
Buffalo.
Providence.
Providence?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who'd have thought
Providence
that?
counts on their own, huh?
Yeah, they get 10 and 12 down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a viewership area.
Yeah, it is a viewership
Yeah.
area. Sounds
Now-
like a technicality to me, but okay.
So I got ESPN-TNT. Their baseball ratings, basketball ratings, NBA, down 20% over the last 4 years.
Huh. I believe it.
Yeah, yeah. There is too many other things on TV.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I mean, the streaming stuff is incredible.
Yeah.
I actually was watching something that was streamed the other day. First time.
Oh, yeah. I did that.
2 things.
So, if attendance is down, which I don't think
Ad
it is
rates
here,
are going to go down.
and it's really about TV, right?
It is.
I mean, I was watching, what game was I watching the other day? NFL game. And there were so many empty seats in that
Yeah.
stadium.
Atlanta. Down
Yeah.
to Atlanta Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. It said there was thousands of unsold seats.
Yeah. So,
The last time I watched the Florida Panthers, there was a load of empty seats there.
yeah.
Hockey in Miami, get out of town.
For
For heaven's sakes, put it up in Canada.
Tough sell.
Tough sellers, right? Yeah. 2 more names, and then we'll get down to football.
Okay.
And these are football names too, by the way.
Okay. Ease us in.
Now I understand why the Patriots didn't sign this guy, because it would have cost too much money. But boy, I'll tell you, I wish the heck we had Cordarrelle Patterson back.
Yeah. We could have used him.
Boy, and he's returning kicks, returning punts, and it's used as a receiver, and he's running reverses and
Yeah.
everything.
He ran out of the backfield last
Yeah.
night. Had a nice run, actually.
Yes, he did. He is a handful to pull
Yeah.
down. And the other guy, I can understand again, we couldn't afford to pay Trent Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, he was the
Plus, he got hurt.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man there, which is a big blob. And somehow or other they got him into shape, and he had a wonderful season.
He did.
For the
He
Patriots.
cashed in on it.
That's right. And who's not to say the Marshmallow Man wouldn't return? That's
Yeah.
what I'd be afraid of.
Yeah.
But boy, Oakland has got to be saying to themselves, what did we do?
Yeah. He had
How
a-
much money did we pump into this guy? Oh boy, he's going to the Pro Bowl. That's about the only thing they can say.
Is he going to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Well, he ended the year on IR. I know that. He's been out the last few weeks.
Now Oakland ends up with 7. They're 7-8 right
Yeah.
now. So who knows? The best they can do is 500.
Which
I wonder
would-
how much Trent Brown helped.
Yeah.
And see the
Well,
answer long
500
term.
might be a nice step for them. 500's
Yeah.
not a
Could be.
terrible step.
Could. By the way, Derek Carr had a wonderful game Sunday.
He did.
I think it was.
And I was reading an article last night that insiders are saying Gruden wants to move on from him.
What's he? 26 of 30, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know how you move on and bring in a replacement.
He's got a big salary.
But supposedly Gruden has soured on him. for
Well, you
some
know,
reason.
Gruden is like me. I mean, he's very stubborn and opinionated, and
Yeah.
it's going to be his way or the highway.
No,
and
no
when
question.
when you have a 10-year contract, or is it a lifetime contract?
Yeah, I
you
think it was
got?
10 years.
I guess you could pretty much call your own shots. He was put in charge, and that was the end of it. I guess if I were the owner, I'd say I hired him, so
Yeah.
let's see what he does.
Well, it's one thing to say we'll move on from Carr, because you could actually, I mean, if you wanted to trade him, you're going to get a package
I think so.
for him. There's a number of teams that would be interested in him. But then what do you do at quarterback? I mean, have you got, now he's starting over at quarterback after 2 seasons?
Unless he's going to check with the free agents, he's got his eye on somebody that's going to become a free agent.
Yeah.
But who?
Who?
Who is right? I don't know. But all I can say is if I were the Oakland owner, I would say to him, how much good did we
And they're
really get
yeah,
out of
well,
Trent Brown?
And they're going to Vegas next year,
Yeah.
right? So would he like to make a big splash heading to Vegas? Probably.
I think he would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to start kind of in the middle here.
Okay.
I'll go back to the front. Well, I was looking at the games. There were some interesting games Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
The Cowboys choke again, and I would say that
Despite
Jason Garrett's dead.
despite picking Dallas, I enjoyed watching them gag in that game. You know, and Garrett's just standing on the sideline, and then he
I wish
keeps
that-
showing Jerry Jones, and he's mad, and he gets up and he leaves when there's 2 or 3 minutes left in the game.
I wish they'd had a split screen on Jerry Jones for the whole game.
Yeah. So I didn't see if he melted down after the game again.
I didn't either, but I'll be willing to bet you that if he didn't do it on TV, he did it behind closed doors.
I mean,
I
he's-
wouldn't be
he's-
surprised if he canned him this week.
I wouldn't either. I mean, he's the only owner who has a press conference after every game.
All the
It's
others-
unbelievable.
Well, the guy down at the
Now, technically, he's the GM, I guess.
yeah, he is, according to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that's a very talented team. It is just,
yeah, it is. And Jason Garrett better be getting
gotta
his
go.
resume in good shape.
So I read an article on that last night, too, and they were talking about Garrett is no doubt gone. The speculation, does he go this Monday or next Monday? And he hasn't gone yet today, so I assume it's Black Monday.
Yeah, Jerry
Yeah.
Jones said he was going to have him for the end of the year, no matter how much it hurt. So,
And they're supposedly putting feelers out to Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma.
Nick Saban is watching a few football games, 2 pro games.
Yeah,
One wonders what he's got up his sleeve.
right. I mean, I don't know about the Cowboys, excuse me, bringing in a college coach, even though Riley's a very good college coach. I mean, he's
I think Saban could get it done.
Saban?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Saban would be a great choice if he
And there's
wants
just
to do
a
it.
little bit of Alabama's lost a little bit of their edge.
Miss the playoffs.
Yeah. And if he doesn't have a good bunch coming in, maybe he could be talked into,
Maybe.
yeah, because he'd won half the state of Texas.
And they'd probably give it to
They'd
him.
probably give it to him.
Yeah.
Oil wells and all.
Yeah.
The Jets, 16, and the hurting Steelers, 10.
Yeah.
All right, so Pittsburgh has injuries. Who doesn't? Except for Ben Roethlisberger. That destroyed this team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lesson to be had there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I wish the Patriots had a real backup quarterback.
Yeah. You're not confident in the Stid?
No. No, I'm not. Now,
Stid the kid?
if he has a good offseason, comes into camp in shape, goes through all the extra procedures and all that, we'll see what we got. He's
Yeah,
got
you know,
now-
I saw it was Phil Perry on the local sportscast there talking about who's a Patriots reporter, and he claims they love him down there, that he's in the quarterback room and he's picked it all up. He's smart. He's getting it. He's got a big arm.
He's got a big arm.
I mean, he was claiming and talking about how much word starting to leak out that they really like Stidham.
Well, they really liked Jacoby Brissett, too.
Right.
And they
But the-
love him out in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
The Patriots may regret peddling Brissett.
Well, they could. They could.
I mean, he is a big horse. He
they-
can put the ball under his arm and run.
You know, him and Jimmy G were the same thing. They kind of got backed into the
They
corner.
did. They did.
They
And
they
you know
couldn't
what?
keep him.
And they never got a fair recompense for either one.
No,
of them.
either one. No.
I mean, he sold them cheap.
Yeah.
And is that all they were worth?
Yeah.
I think maybe if he had done it earlier or floated the idea out or had a little auction
Yeah.
or
I
something.
mean, Dorsett's a good kid, but
he's the fifth
per-
receiver now.
he's- yeah.
He got on the field for 5 plays.
she traded a starting quarterback for a fifth receiver.
Yeah. Doesn't wash. Okay.
And what'd they get for Jimmy? A second?
Second. Yeah. Was it a second and a fifth or a second?
I thought it was just a
A
second.
second. I think you're right. Yeah. And it was like the 35th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still. But then again, the other side of the coin. What's he done? What has he proved himself?
No.
No.
In fact,
So-
I've watched him a couple games recently. He doesn't look that great.
Yeah, no. He's got an arm. He's got a head.
He's got some weapons.
Yeah, and he can run.
Yeah.
Not like Jacoby Brissett, but he can run.
Yeah.
Or Josh Allen.
He's okay.
Yeah. You know what? I think he's going to be somewhere in the good, very good quarterback area.
Yeah.
Not great.
He's got some weapons, though. He's got Kittle to throw
That's
to,
right.
who's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep. And a big D, too.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, looking forward, we might want to consider getting a tight end here. I'm just saying.
reading my mind, aren't you, huh? Where is it? If Travis Kelce were on the Patriots, they would have had the best record in football right now, either 15-0 or 14-1.
Probably, yeah.
He is a tremendous weapon, much like Gronk.
Yeah. Say the same thing about Kittle.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Kittle is, he's a player.
Patriots have not been able to throw to any of their tight ends.
No.
There's not a tight end worthy of the name out there. Yeah, you can say, oh, well, he caught a touchdown.
They caught 4 balls the other
Yeah,
day
and
between them.
he's not a bad blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Tell me one team that would swap their tight end for ours.
Yeah. They didn't even draft one last year.
No.
Knowing Gronk was gone, they didn't even
yeah.
draft one.
I
And
think-
Allen.
I
They
think-
missed Dwayne Allen, too.
Yeah, I think they deliberately felt he was coming back, that this was a bunch of baloney.
Yeah. Well, they were wrong.
They were wrong. And I don't think he's coming back next year either.
I don't either.
Nope. New Orleans, Drew Brees continues as an all-time great. 27 for 38, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And the week before, 29 out of 30.
Yeah.
And I
Again,
think he
though,
had-
great
I
weapons.
think he had 4 touchdowns in that game.
You know, great weapons.
Yep, and he's 41 years old.
Michael Williams, Kamara. I mean,
Yes.
they've got players for
Yeah,
him.
and he delivers the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's short. He's not 6'5".
Oh, yeah. That was what held him back in that
Yeah.
draft
Yeah.
when San Diego drafted him.
The Cardinals, 27. The Seattle Sea Pigeons, 13.
Yeah, that was a shocker to
as
me.
they choke again.
And get whooped at home. Now, I guess Arizona's won 5 of the last 6 games
Something like
in
that.
Seattle.
Chandler Jones sacked Russell Wilson 4 times.
Yep. He's got 19 sacks. now.
Yep.
19.
And is this mercifully the end of Pete Carroll?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, come on.
They're still right there.
7-8? Or 8-7? Or what the hell are they?
Seattle?
Oh, 11-4.
11-4. Yeah.
Yeah. But
They still have a shot to get a first week
for
bye.
the last 3 games, they're 2 stinkers.
Yeah, they're playing San Francisco next week,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So there's another loss.
So if they maybe, but if they beat them, I think they get a bye.
I'll tell you what. Russell Wilson is not the Russell Wilson he used to be.
No. Still okay.
I wonder.
you know,
I wonder if they put the reins on him and said, "No more running.
I don't know.
We don't want to go out there and have to pick the pieces up."
I suspect he's got an injury issue that
Think?
we're not aware
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The Dolphins 38, the Bengals 35.
That was amazing.
As the Bengals win by losing.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals scored 16 points
Yeah.
in the last minute of that game to put it into overtime.
Unbelievable.
And, you know, it's ironic because, you know, their fans back in Cincinnati were saying, no, lose. I mean, they're going to get Burrow, the quarterback,
Yeah.
right?
I still like Andy Dalton.
Well,
I've always liked him.
he's another guy they can trade.
He's
you know, they
good.
can-
He's not very good or great. But boy, he'd be a great backup quarterback.
They may
on the
keep him for
Patriots.
next year and not have to rush Burrow.
You know what? I think he's owed one more year.
Yeah.
But I think he's eminently tradable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, when you got a stinking record like they got, 1-14, you really want Andy around? I mean,
Right.
what's he going to do? Hold the
Well,
clipboard
unless they
and
want
talk
somebody.
to the kid?
Yeah, but that's assuming they're going to throw Burrow to the Wolves on
Yeah.
day one. They might not.
They might not. By the same token, that's like buying a new car and leaving it in the yard for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think they're going to drive it, especially with the success of some of the young quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's true.
Boy, Mahomes didn't sit on the sidelines.
No.
Um,
Either did Lamar Jackson, really. I mean, Harbaugh saw it and he got rid of Flacco.
yeah, yeah.
You know, who he had won a Super Bowl with.
See you later, Joe. New York Giants 41-35 over the Skins in the Exercise in Futility Bowl. Except, of course, that Washington, by losing, wins and rises to spot number 2 in the draft.
Number 2 in the draft. I heard that.
Yep.
Yeah. What a pathetic franchise.
Oh, unbelievable.
And for a long time, one of the cornerstone
Yeah.
franchises of that league.
George Preston Marshall, the longtime owner of that club, going back to the 30s when it was in Boston,
Yeah.
a virulent racist,
Really?
hated blacks.
Huh.
Last team in the league to have blacks on his team.
The Redskins, really?
Yeah. By a wide margin.
Ironic.
Yeah. The Raiders beat the Chargers as Derek Carr went 26 for 30 and Philip Rogers moves closer to retirement. One more game, Phil.
Yeah, maybe. You don't think he's coming back next year
don't-
somewhere else?
I'll
I don't
tell
know
you what,
where that would be.
You know what? He could make $2 million coming to the Patriots. But not if we're right about Stidwell. But if he were, who knows?
Yeah.
If you offered him something like
if
that,
Brady
come and
leaves-
hold the clipboard. Give him a couple of $1 million. I mean, he
Supposedly
can find a job like that.
Belichick always liked him when he
know.
was younger,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think he'll be in the league.
You're probably right. The old quarterbacks never die. They just sort of
Yeah.
take vitamins and
Now he
hope for
could
the best.
retire. I mean,
Could. He's got 9
got-
kids.
he's
or
got
10
9
or 10,
kids,
and
and-
another one
yeah.
in the oven, I think.
yeah.
Oof. The Colts rolled over the sappy Panthers 38-6. Carolina is on a nice run of 7 straight losses.
Yeah. And looking for a coach.
Yep. Come to the Queen City of the South. We got a football franchise for you to coach.
Yeah.
I wonder if Saban would be interested in that. I don't think
doubt
so.
it. I doubt it.
No. He wants something that's closer to being ready.
I think if Saban comes, it's Dallas.
Yeah,
I do.
could be. Atlanta whips the Jags 24-12. Matty Cool, 2 straight big games now that the games are meaningless
Yeah.
for Atlanta.
I know they're
yeah.
finishing strong,
Yeah.
but the
There's
horses,
no pressure.
the horses left the barn a long time ago.
Now, Denver 27, the Lions 17. But Mrs. Ford relented and has given Matt Patricia another year to get his act together. Methinks in a perfect world he'd be fired, but the Lions would owe him a pile of money. So false economy, combined with a belief in miracles, has the lad one more year to mire the Lions deeper in the quicksand at the bottom of the league. Perhaps the Lions forcing him to wear his hat frontwards instead of the rebellious backwards has sent Matt's equilibrium off kilter and he's
Maybe.
lost his mojo.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't trust any adult that wears his cap backwards.
Yeah, well, yeah. What are they, 3-10 and
There's
1?
a lot of things that annoy me.
Yes. Well,
But you know what? On a serious note, I'm just not sure that I would hand the entire ball of wax over to a defensive coordinator
Yeah.
that had never been a head coach.
yeah.
They don't see the whole field. They see one half of it.
And whose defense on his former employer got better after he left.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, boy, oh boy, I'm telling
Question
you.
is, if he was fired, would Bill bring him back here? Do you think he would? I don't think he would either.
No. I think Bill is saying to himself, there's a bullet I dodged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the past 5 years, Jameis Winston leads the National Football League in turnovers with over 100.
I believe it after watching that game the other day.
It was 100 as of last week, and I think how many did he lose the other day, yesterday?
I think he threw 4 picks.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's going to finish.
That's right, he did. You're right.
He's going to finish with 30 or so.
So he's 104 at
But
least.
meanwhile, while he's throwing those 4 picks, he's throwing for like 440 yards.
Yeah.
You know?
Go figure. Oh, you want to talk about Jeepers Creepers, the extremes.
Yeah. He's like a Madden game.
Oh, yeah,
Madden
yeah,
video
yeah.
game quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. The Pats, 23-17.
Great football game. Just a
It
great
was.
football game.
It was. It was the story of the defense confusing and harassing Josh Allen.
Yeah.
and the defense playing just so soundly. And Brady was sharp.
Yeah, they did give up a couple big plays, though, right? Gilmore got burned by John Brown.
That double move.
He got burned big time on that.
But he thought he had help.
Yeah.
The safety and
McCourty.
McCourty was nowhere to be seen.
He was in the neighborhood, sort of.
Yeah, kind of.
But you're not closing with that guy's speed.
No.
That guy is fast.
Man, that double move he put on, he just undressed him.
He did.
Yeah.
It was
And
a
when
great
you
move.
undress the best in the league, you've done something.
Yeah.
Wow. And poor Gilmore. Which way do you go?
Well, it's a tough thing because if you're Gilmore and you don't make that turn, and the guy's so fast that if he goes up that sideline,
well, that's it. But he felt,
and he doesn't have help
he covered the inside and let the outside take care of itself with McCourty out there. But McCourty saw it a little differently.
Well, McCourty was certainly looking back at him after the play, like, what happened?
Yeah. I'm sure they straightened
What
it out.
happened was he got faked out of his jog. That's what
really
happened.
did.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's no matter how good you are,
was a
that's
great
going to
play.
happen a couple of times a year.
It was a great play by the receiver.
Josh Allen.
Accuracy problems.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this kid has got potential.
If he can get his accuracy, but I don't know. If he doesn't have it yet, will he get it?
Well, you know what? They've got to settle him down. They're going to say, feet on the ground in the pocket.
Yeah.
All right? Now, with that done, take aim and fire. He's got an arm. I think
he's got a cannon.
I mean, he could throw the ball 600 yards.
Yeah,
well,
he's got.
Maybe I'm exaggerating.
A little.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's got a monster.
He's got a cannon.
Yeah. Now,
and he's big, and he can run.
And he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? Boy, if he was my rookie, I'd be
a rookie
mighty
or
happy.
A second-year guy? I think he might be a second-year guy.
Is he a second-year guy?
Yeah.
Did they have some other stiff doing it last year?
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Maybe. I don't know. But, all right.
He's young, though.
Yeah. He's got the reins this year.
Yeah.
He's playing regularly. I'd be very happy if I were the coach up in Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo's an upside team. I mean, that defense is good.
You've got to
really good.
You've got to go out and you've got to say to yourself, who's the best quarterback coach? And go after him, get him in there with this kid.
Well, I think he needs experience and he needs to develop his accuracy if he can.
Yep. But boy, I'll tell you,
he sails a lot of passes.
He's got the tools.
He does. And the fans love him up there.
I'd love him to.
Yeah. Did you see him when they got home the week before taking selfies?
Yeah.
With the
unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a nice kid, too. He goes over there with them, raising hell with them all.
Yeah.
And us making that kind of money and doing what he's doing, I'd do it, too.
Buffalo's the perfect place for him, right? He came out of like Wyoming.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's better off there than he is
He's a small town,
LA
a small college guy.
Yeah.
And playing in a blue-collar town. Buffalo's a nice town. I like Buffalo. I like the people up there.
My birthplace.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
Nothing's perfect.
No. So, I was outraged looking at this. The guy in the Herald is an idiot. His
You might have
rating.
to be a little more specific than that. The guy in the Herald.
Yeah, Keenan, his name is. This is his rating of the top quarterbacks in football. Patrick Mahomes, really? I think I'd probably, at this point in time, have Drew Brees up there. He'd be my choice.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson hasn't proven anything yet. He looks like he's a Superman, but let's see.
He's going to be the MVP this year.
I think you're right. But I'm not sure he belongs as number 2. Russell Wilson? No way is he playing like number 3. Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, 4 or 5 probably.
He's about in there.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson, I think he's about where he belongs to.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott? Certainly no higher than 6th. He has been erratic this year.
I would not take Dak Prescott before Drew Brees. No way.
How about Kirk Cousins before Drew Brees?
No way.
And then Ryan Tannehill is number 9. He
Yeah.
was on the canvas. They were counting to 10 over him.
You know, he's done well in
He has.
Tennessee. He has done well.
Yep.
That was a good pickup, as it turns out. And Mariota, it looks to be out the door.
Yeah.
I mean, Tannehill was a high pick, right?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
High pick went
He
to a
was
bad
number one.
team.
Yeah. Jacoby Brissett is 12th. That's probably about where he belongs.
Yeah.
Although I think Derek Carr's better than him at this point in time.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz had a big game.
Yeah.
14th, well, I don't think I'd have Matt Rivers at Ryan at 15. Phillip Rivers should be down around 30.
Yeah.
But then you got, well, I don't know. Jameis Winston is 22, 23.
23.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, 22.
Yep. So I don't know, but I do know that his top ones he's out to lunch on them, at least I think anyway. I believe Breeze right now is number one in the league.
Yeah. I mean,
if I had to win a game and I had this bunch to choose from, I'd have Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
It'd be my 1-2 combo.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. But Mahomes and Jackson are still on the upside.
Definitely. Definitely.
Their ceiling is still higher.
And Watson,
Both
too.
of them.
Deshaun Watson.
And Deshaun Watson's
Yep.
probably in that
Yep.
category too.
Yep. And you could make a case for Jimmy Garoppolo being also improving.
Improving, but I don't think Jimmy's that good. I think he's
He's going to be in the good, very good.
yeah.
He's got a good arm.
He's got a good arm. He's got a good coach.
Yep.
He's got a good group of complementary players to help him
He's got
out.
a wonderful team he ended up on.
Yeah.
And Belichick did that as a favor,
Yeah, he
sending
liked the
him
kid.
out to San Francisco.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
He said, I put him, he didn't say it, he was paraphrased, but I put him where I thought he had a chance to succeed.
Yeah. And he's right.
How many general managers would think that into the equation?
But watching him play, I mean, he's
Very stiff. He's very wooden.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't bring the ball down well, and kind of run around a little bit and make it up as he goes along.
Yeah.
He's very structured.
so we'll see. He's got room to grow too.
Yeah. So I was looking at the standings,
Yeah.
and I'm saying to myself, well, who's underachieved? Who's overachieved? The hype at the beginning of the year, Cleveland really underachieved.
Cleveland underachieved
Yeah.
big time.
I think Houston overachieved.
Yeah, I would say Baltimore overachieved too.
Baltimore did too,
I think
yeah.
they were
Well.
seen as a good team.
Yep.
But, they're going to finish 14-2 probably.
Lamar Jackson is the whole story.
Yeah, MVP.
Yep, no question. Tennessee, I don't know. They're probably just about where they belong, and Indianapolis just about where they
Yeah.
belong.
Tennessee wins next week. They're in the playoffs.
I think Kansas City is right where they belong.
Right.
Oakland, yeah, they're on the improve, but and over in the NFC, Dallas is got to be a huge disappointment.
Big disappointment. Hopefully going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so. Oh.
And I think Carolina was a big disappointment.
Oh, huge disappointment.
Yeah, and the Rams.
And the Chicago Bears. They got a hell of
And
a
the Bears.
defense.
Yep.
And Mitch doesn't have a clue about playing quarterback sometimes.
No.
I think they wasted a number one draft choice on that lad.
Second pick in the draft.
Yep.
In fact, they moved up. They were talking about it on the game last night. They moved up from 3 to 2.
Yeah.
Because they were afraid somebody was going to come in and scoop them.
Yeah. I also got to put the LA Rams in of the disappointment
No
area
question.
too. I mean,
They're not
his team that went to the Super Bowl,
They're going to miss the playoffs.
and now they're just on the sidelines dying. And after that, I think most folks are just about where they belong.
Yeah.
I think that speaks well for parity in the league.
Somewhat, yeah.
But let's face it, you're always going to have the coaches that aren't that good and the general managers that aren't that bright,
Yeah.
and teams are going to underachieve. And it's also could very well be poor chemistry on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bunch over here doesn't like this bunch over there.
Which I think goes back to coaching.
Yep. Yeah.
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 I mean, that league and the NFL, coaching, most important, I think, than any sport.
Do you know what? I floated this idea out once. I still believe it, by the way. I'd like to go back to the old days, Otto Graham and Norm Van Brocklin and Fran Tarkenton, where the quarterbacks called their own plays.
Yeah.
That, and I'll tell you what, there were quarterbacks that weren't terribly bright, that were the best athletes out there, but they couldn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
That was the big knock on, Roman Gabriel.
Roman Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he may not have been the quickest thinker in the world.
They used to say, everybody said about him, $1 million arm, 10-cent head.
Yeah.
That was the saying attached to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there were other quarterbacks, man, they just knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But Paul Brown outsmarted them all by rotating the guards in and out.
Yeah.
He'd call the plays, and
Yep.
but anywho. Well, friends, this is our last show for the year. We're doing this on the 23rd of December, so when you see it, we'll be a little bit late, but really want to wish you a very Merry Christmas
Absolutely.
and a very happy and prosperous New Year.
Yeah.
And on that note, see you in 2020.
See you next year.
Take care, folks.